Uh, Hello everyone. Let's just maybe wait for a few minutes for everyone to join in, and then maybe we can start.
Hello. Yes, sure.
Okay. Hi. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, Krishna.
Hello. Hello everyone. We conduct a weekly credible community call under the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust, and we maintain the antitrust policy. All are welcome here. Okay. So we usually follow this agenda. So we'll mostly be uh, having introduction. So I think introduction. Okay, let's maybe have a look at it. We'll have what all work has been done in last week. We'll have a look at any new issues and PRs that has been created, and then if there are any other topics, we'll be discussing those. Okay. So let me open. Okay, also I think I can see few new members joining in. So if they want to introduce themselves, that would be great. Uh, credible.id. So I think we'll start with an introduction, maybe a quick introduction of Credible. So Credible is this open source decentralized identity and verifiable credential management platform, which is also a recognized DPG, which is a digital public good, and these are all the uh, features we have under Credible that Credible has able to achieve, and yeah. So these are the multiple implementations of Credible, the Bhutan NDI wallet service pass, which was uh, for the country of PNG, Papua New Guinea, and then Sovio, which is a SAS, And for developers mostly, if you want to get started with Credible, we have this wonderful docs hosted at docs.credible.id. You can also access them from here, the documentation tab. Here we have like added a few introductory concepts, then few implementations, as well as like use cases to get an idea of where we might be able to use Credible. Also, there's a different section for having Credible deployed locally, as well as uh, on cloud. And for cloud, we specifically have added docs for AWS, and it's quite easy. So we have iterated over the setup, and I think there's still scope for improvement, but I believe with some scripts we are still able to boost Credible. Okay, yeah. So these are like different sections you guys can explore. Right. This was the new part. I believe we should have this in mostly all of the calls. Okay, let's maybe then uh, have a look at last week's overview. So, any releases that we had on platform, studio, and controller. Right, let's start with platform then. We don't have any major releases, however, we have released some tags on platform. I believe starting from here. Uh, okay. Okay, so most of the releases that or the tags that we have created are for the ongoing work of OpenID for VC and VP that's going on. This was the debug logs. So we are trying to add more traceability by adding debug logs throughout the flows so that it becomes easy to debug flows and where they might be breaking. So this release is regarding that. Then we have the webhook changes for OID for revisions and verification. Tipu, would you like to add to this?
Yes, Krishna. So this is mainly related to webhook changes. Like we have added few parameters in OIDC credential and OIDC presentation table, and there are few logics that we need to add. So this tag is related to mainly related to webhook.
Mhm. Okay, and I believe like we'll be like having a different webhook events emitted for OIDC, like the credential as well as the presentation part, right? From
Yes,
Credo.
right. Yes, right.
Okay, okay, okay. So both of this, I think they are like related. Okay. Okay, let's see if we have published anything on Studio. I see one alpha release. I don't know. Okay, Sujit, would you like to add to this, or have we already discussed in this in last call? I think we have discussed this. Do we have Sujit on the call?
Yeah, no, actually, this is actually done. So there were other tasks at hand currently. Those I was working on. So
Okay.
once those are done, I will be deploying it further to the
Mhm.
Cuba environment and testing it there. So it's done on dev.
Okay. But did we like discuss about this specific tag in last call?
Um, Actually, no. Previously, last time it was not yet, I think, created. I don't remember correctly, but I think,
Okay. Okay, no worries. Would you like to maybe like give a quick context of what this
yeah,
tag is?
this is related the token management, like generating new tokens based on the with help of the refresh token. If the tokens are expired, so previously that logic was a bit not working properly. So that
Mhm.
has been included in that. So that's all for that. So it is
Okay.
basically general like token management thing that is been
Mhm.
implemented using the refresh token and generating the new access token with it and storing it,
Okay.
and then so it manages all the other apps as well, like the verifier and studio verifier and educrates as well in that.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Mm.
So in case the access token gets maybe expired, we are smoothly handling all the
Yeah.
parts using the refresh token
Yes.
throughout sub apps as well. Okay, awesome. That's great. And let's maybe have a look at controller. Okay. Okay, I think we have already discussed this one. Yeah. Tipu, once again, if you would maybe give a context about this change. This is related to.
Sorry, there was noise from my chat. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are.
Yes. Okay. So this is mostly related to signer option in the presentation part. So earlier only we can create presentation based on the date. So now we have supported the X59. So this was related to signer option change.
Okay, okay, okay. And that's specifically related to presentation, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, okay, awesome. I think these were the releases. Let's maybe quickly have a look at issues and PR. On Credo controller, we don't have any new issues reported or created. Mm, okay, we have some ongoing PRs, but nothing new as such. Okay, let's maybe have a look at Studio. Okay, no new issues created. Improvement of session list. Get hooks. Okay, we have this fix nylon box. Okay. Sujit, would you like to maybe add to this?
Yeah, hello. Yeah. So this is regarding the session listing that we were doing. So previously, when we were reviewing it, there were some suggestions that I had received upon it. So those improvements and suggestions I have implemented there, like the UI changes and also the sorting and keeping the current session uh, at the very top of the list whenever a
Hmm.
user visits the page, so that he can easily find it. And yeah, those are all like those are minor changes that were suggested that have been done.
Okay, awesome. And I think Rohit has approved this. So maybe
Hmm.
we get this marked, yes. And then we have the commit signature. Branch
Yes.
of date. I think we might want to like update the branch.
Yeah. Yes.
And okay. So this PR is ready to review and merge, right? If everything.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So that script we were discussing about that has been updated here with the review comments that I had received previously.
Okay, from CodeRabbit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get this reviewed and merged then.
Hmm.
Okay, let's move on to issues and PRs on platform. Okay, we have few issues. This one. Okay, the webhook part, I think Tipu has already fixed that. Okay. Tipu, I think then we can close this issue, right? Since we have already made a release for webhook changes.
Yes, yes, we'll do that.
Okay. And then we have this one issue. So currently I'm working on this. So the issue is regarding the context ID. If we have a look at like credible logs and logs from different microservices, so ideally for a complete request cycle, the context ID that gets logged with each log should remain constant. So this issue was regarding that. We were not able to have a constant context ID for all the logs. So this is more on the observability and debugging part. When we are to debug any issues, this is a bit helpful when we can simply like trace and sort all the logs arriving out of a single request. So this is, so we have a PR for this, and for now we have mostly fixed the OID for VP, the verification microservice, the API gateway, and along with that we have fixed few other microservices as well. But the other microservices we will be creating a separate PR because we want to get this merged quickly. Yeah, and with that, then maybe the next step would be to add logs in all the microservices so that with the correct context ID, we also have sufficient logs, which then it becomes easy for debugging. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Uh, any other topic? Okay. So I'll maybe stop sharing my screen. Do we have anything from the team to discuss? I think Ankita had one. Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Ankita, you're
Yeah,
audible.
hi everyone. So, there are a couple of things that we have to improve, like we have to make updates on. So, like we were having few discussions, and the documentation that we have currently, like it is pretty good documentation for technical, like mm, to understand Credible and to install Credible, right?
Mhm.
But there is some scope where we can improve the contributors guide. And maybe
Mhm.
let's say if someone has to make a feature or enhancement proposal,
Mhm.
that also we can add few things over there. So I'll just give me 1 minute. Oh, well, yeah. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So we have contributors guide where we have given some like few things where how contributors can come and share their contribution improvement everything. But we can break it down in such a way that if they want to contribute to platform, there are different ways, right? If they want to start the studio, or let's say if they want to contribute to this documentation itself. So how they want to do, we can segregate those and have this documentation, like contributors documentation, a bit more detailed one. This is one of the feedback also that we have received, and this is one avenue where we can improve upon on this documentation part to for contributors, to help contributors.
Right.
And also there was one more thing where we can uh, in the same documentation we can have a feature and enhancement proposal, just like in the last call we discussed, right? We create an issue and then we create a PR for that issue, right?
Mhm.
So how someone can open an issue, maybe that also we can include
Right.
for different repositories.
Right.
So there are like few documentation, there are very good few documentation that we usually follow. Like Fabric is a very old project and it has enhanced its documentation as well over the period of time.
Right.
So we can just have a look at it, like they have contributing to documents, governance, contribution guide, installation. We can also try to have this kind of documentation for contributors.
Mhm. Right.
So I was thinking we can create an issue for this and maybe have it as good first issue wherever there is an venue, right? Maybe this is one of the first step where we have to separate based
Mhm.
on repositories that we have, or based on the type of pages we want in this documentation.
Right.
So we can create few good first issues and maybe contributors can pick those up and start updating the document too.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I was thinking like the contributing guide apart from install, do you think like it makes sense for us to maybe have everything else like common between different repository or do,
Yes, because we can have it common across the repositories, because we are going to follow the same process, right? Opening an
right?
issue and then creating a PR for that issue. And we have already mentioned here that we follow conventional commits and
Mhm.
other things, right?
Yeah, right.
So maybe these are the articles that we have. Like I was going through this documentation. We integrated few of the articles, so maybe we can write in little more detail
Right.
about it.
Yeah, sure. That would be good. Also, I think we can maybe further break down the contribute page as well to maybe
Yes,
different sections, like you mentioned.
yes, like raising a PR, contributing an issue, or
Right.
Mhm. these kind of
Right.
sub
That makes
pages we can do.
yes. Also, Ankita and I was discussing this prior to the call. If the sync, so the specific for docs right now, we are using Gitbook, and we might need to check if Gitbook has this two-way sync so that any changes made to the repo for the docs are reflected here. So yeah, I think we'll mention this in the issue, Ankita, then.
Yes, so we have this docs repository, right? Where
Yeah,
we have all these codes. So we will see a two-way sync as Krishna mentioned.
right.
Yes.
So that
That's
way, if
one thing that, yes. Uh, just give me 1 minute.
yeah, yeah, sure. I think Ankita's voice is maybe breaking a bit.
Yeah, there was some connectivity issue from my side. Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. So this was one thing, and another thing was we We have to run some virtual meetups and workshops for this project as well.
Mhm.
So if anyone wants to contribute, if you have some idea, you can share. We are due with one of the workshop that we like technical workshop under LFDT only. So we are working with LFDT team for that. Apart from that, we have already started like one of the series under LFDT India, like LFDT India Student Society,
Mhm.
LFDT Student Society, for a series of learning for this project, like Credible. So if someone has any, if you have any idea, you can share. If anyone wants to take any webinar, seminar, or anything, then also uh, please come forward and you can nominate or you can just have a session.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, do that.
these are the two things that we are already planning. But if anything else, we are happy. Like, you are welcome.
I will just check if we are able to create discussion on the credible repo. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think I create a new discussion. Maybe we can add to this.
Yeah.
This should come under ideas, right?
Ideas.
I think we'll create two new discussion.
Yes, you can tag me. I will edit it too.
The other one was regarding virtual meetups, right?
Yes.
I will tag you in both of this.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll also share the discussions on chat. So if uh, for people on the chat, okay, so if you guys like have any idea regarding this, if you have any suggestions how things should be done, maybe we all can add our suggestions here. Okay, awesome. That's great. Okay. Do we have
Yes.
anything else, Ankita?
Um, no, I just had these two agendas. Yeah, one more thing I had was we were discussing to shift the timing for this call, right?
Mhm.
So, can we have it from the next week itself?
Um,
How is 5 or 5:30 p.m.? Um,
Right.
is
Yeah.
uh, does it sound good to everyone?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds good. Maybe we can have a quick discussion on Discord if that's suited. And
Yes.
maybe yeah, next call we
Yeah,
can shift over to the new timing. Yes,
maybe
Steve?
we can create one voting contest on
Yes,
Discord.
correct.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I think evening time, not too late, but it is 5:30 is fine, right? So we can have this call in the evening.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Yeah, we can experiment if that suits. If If that doesn't, maybe we can roll back here, or maybe we can try a different timing.
Different timing. Correct. Yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Anyone else on the call? If you have any opinion, please. Or anyways,
No.
we are creating a poll.
Yeah, we can create a poll.
Yes.
The time is okay, but maybe we can create a poll on this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, and uh, Ramiz is our mentee for one of the project, one of the topic that we have in the LFTT mentorship, which was unikernels. So I think he has something to share, right, Ramiz? Like I had quick discussion with him before
Yes, ma'am.
this call.
So, hello. I wanted to introduce myself first, but yeah.
Yeah, you can
So,
go ahead, please. Yes.
yeah. So, I'm Ramiz. I'm studying in PCI Pune, one of those colleges with an LFDT student chapter. Uh, I was working on unikernels, the possibility of deployment there, and the benefit is it can bring us compared to our Docker-based deployment. So I tried running few instances, and the results are not too promising, to be honest. The thing is that the performance is dropping significantly once we scale up the traffic. For example, when the load is less, the unikernels are able to keep up, or sometimes even perform better than the ones we have. I can probably just share my screen. If that's
Yes, that
hello.
would be
Yeah,
better. Yes.
sure. This one and this. Yeah. So based on the load that I was trying to check, the unikernel was able to keep up. It was slightly better than the Docker deployment in terms of requests per second. But as the load increased, it suddenly dropped. I suspected it could be a KVM issue because I was doing it on a WSL machine. But it seems that it has a nested virtualization, so it is not a KVM issue. So I feel that unikernel might not be able to replace Docker.
Okay, so we were trying to have a replacement of Docker with unikernel.
Yeah, I tested it with nanos for now. I tried Unicraft first, but since they didn't have any native support for Node.js, so I had to shift to nanos, specifically the OPS tool.
Okay, okay. And how are we generating a load for this tests?
So it was done using Apaches. Let me just show this again.
Jim.
Yeah,
Okay.
Apache.
Okay. And were the requests like parallel requests, or were they coming from a single user?
Yeah, they were parallel requests. At the peak, we used 100 parallel connections that generated about 100K requests. So yeah, that was basically the testing criteria.
Okay. And did you notice maybe some performance improvement for
Yeah, when
maybe
the load was less, it was possible to unikernel was a possible candidate when the load was less.
Mhm.
But I feel that since the load won't be in this criteria, so likely this region probably going to be a bit more troublesome.
Okay. And you mentioned about the testing environment maybe having an effect. So apart from the WSL, did you maybe come across any other reported issues on unikernels that might be uh, causing this performance issues maybe?
Yeah, I talked with Razwan from Unicraft. So he did highlight a few issues with the implementation of Node.js. The first thing is that when we are talking about Node.js, like unikernel basically needs all those dependencies, even if it is just hosting Node.js. So the load of dependency is basically reducing the entire the benefit that unikernels provide over Docker. Unikernel images are not exactly lightweight because because installing all those dependencies also take a lot of space, I would say. So yeah, that was one of the issues. And then uh, about about the environment itself, like since KVM is, one second, I will just show you. KVM is enabled in WSL under nested virtualization. So that should not be an issue. So the tests were fair, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay, from what I know of Docker, usually whenever we start Docker, I think Docker occupies some resources and locks them for use. Is that the case with unikernel as well, or does it like release, or does it like try to acquire resources and then maybe release after the tests are being done?
Yeah, it is similar for unikernel. So the managing tool, or I would say nanos, for example, it basically does the same thing. And even when you are talking about Unicraft, it creates a craft file which is similar to the one used in Docker. So the management and all is similar to Docker. And there is one thing I tested apart from unikernels, that is micro VM. So that is like a smaller version of smaller images, operating system images. So there is a tool for that that is called Firebase. Firebase, Firecracker. Yeah, I don't know why I said Firebase. So Firecracker is a tool that was provided by Amazon. So it basically spins up those micro VMs. So there
Sorry,
was this issue.
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt. Are you maybe trying to share anything?
yeah, I was like the possibility of micro VM over unikernels, so something in between. But like
Okay,
micro
no.
VMs are not. Yeah,
Are you trying to like share your screen apart from the VS Code?
no, I'm not. It's
Okay,
just open there.
okay, sorry to interrupt. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So Firecracker, I was saying.
yeah.
So it is one of the tools created by Amazon. So it basically creates smaller VMs. So it is similar to unikernel in one sense, but since in unikernel we are creating the kernel image itself, in micro VMs, like for example Alpine, it is a very lightweight operating system. We are not able to customize it further. So it is basically a smaller. So what I was trying to like something in between. So if we are able to change the image of Docker itself to one of these lighter VMs, I think we can see a performance scaling up. We can just see a performance betterment.
Yeah. So instead of Alpine, we use this custom environment, which is even lighter than Alpine, is what you're suggesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was still working on those reports, so like to properly sum up everything I have done. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then that sounds awesome. Were you able to test anything on that front, on having like the custom environment instead of Alpine, or are you still in progress of doing it?
There were a few issues I encountered when working with Node.js as such, because there were dependencies, or I would say packages, which were not able, which I was not able to import into Nano. So yeah, I was not able to create my own custom kernel. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, no worries. I think like that's completely fine. Even the reports that you have presented they look good. We'll maybe have a look at once you have everything combined.
Yeah,
Yeah, great work, Ramesh. Great work, Nikita. So,
thank you, sir. I will stop sharing if.
yeah, sure.
And I had a suggestion regarding the documentation. So, like
Yes.
something that I encountered as a beginner is that in the FAQ section, I feel that we can expand on it. Like there are like just one, two, three, six sections in it. So we can probably just add on to it
Right,
the
right.
references.
Yeah, right. Actually, we had like this thing going on. Tipu might be able to add to it. We were thinking of having all the issues that we usually encounter documented. I think they might go under FAQ, or maybe we can have a separate troubleshooting section as well. Yeah. Are you suggesting the same to have FAQs for the issues that we encounter, or is this for some other purpose?
Yeah, we can have FAQs for the commonly faced issues, and
Hmm.
even the ones that like, for example, there is this what is schema. So these are like very basic. So if we are building from the basics, we can add more to it, and even the components of credible. So like it's a pretty complex architecture. So maybe we can just add few of them in the FAQs.
Right, right. That makes sense. Yes.
So like agents and the components that we are using in pools, so like issuer agent, verifier agent. So we can just probably.
Yeah, right, right. That sounds like a good idea, and we are also maybe internally planning to do that. Yeah. Would it be possible, Ramesh, for you to maybe like create some issue describing what we just discussed, maybe, so that we'll be able to like keep track of that on the docs repo that Ankita just showed. Maybe I can like send it on chat as well.
Yeah, sure. I will just list them now.
Yeah,
So,
because you are already in depth. You have tried Credible, so you are like probably a good person to have that detailed out.
okay, so sure.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Ramesh.
Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Also, do we have like any questions from the team for Ramesh?
So we are trying to improve credible performance, right? So that's why
Yeah,
we are benchmarking these three. Okay.
yeah.
And
So
Ramesh, what do you use to just generate the load? Sorry, I missed the part.
I used Apache JBeter
Okay, okay.
and even Apache Bench. So like the recent one was Apache Bench.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and also I had a question. So the unikernels part that we are undertaking, would that be only applicable when we have a Dockerized or what would be the word for using the unikernel? So that part, or would it be also helping us improve with the performance when we have maybe a bare metal kind of deployment, which we usually do for local development?
It should work for bare metal because it has its own tool for creating and managing those unikernel instances. We won't need Docker for it.
Okay. And have you tried maybe actively developing or making changes while we have this setup? Is it like do you think it would be suited for active development when developers maybe try to actively develop on their own machine, or is there maybe constant image creation than the deployment similar to that of Docker?
I feel that maybe, yeah, it should be suited for that, like local development, the way we have described in Credible Docs. It should work similar to Docker. Like images can be shared across platforms, and then I'm not sure about the cloud deployment itself because I haven't tried it yet. I was planning to try doing that in AWS, but I was not able to do it yet. So I'll just get back to you later about this, maybe in the next meeting.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Or maybe some other topic to discuss?
I think I'm good from my side for today.
Nothing from my side.
Okay, awesome. So I think we should be done then. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Great work, Ramesh.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
Thank you.
good work.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.